Members of Congress are talking about bringing in the FCC chair, Brendan Carr, before the House Oversight Committee. Democratic Congressman Krishnamoorthi is a member of that committee, and he joins me now. Tell me your reaction to the FCC chairman saying, and so often, just listen to what they say in public, right? We can do this the easy way or the hard way when it came to this whole Kimmel episode here. Sounds like a threat.
Yeah, it's classic. It feels like mafia coercion. And I think that that is, I think, a textbook example of state action impinging on free speech rights. And I think it's unconstitutional. I think it's illegal. And so today we moved to actually bring Brendan Carr before the committee. I'm talking about the oversight Democrats. It lost on a vote of 24-21 on a party line vote. However, Mr. Comer and Mr. Garcia, our ranking member, agreed to bring him in anyway at a later date because a lot of people have questions for him. Mm-hmm. I personally think, we need to bring sunshine and transparency to the situation. And if necessary, I think Congress needs to step in. Democrats need to do whatever we can to hold him accountable, including potentially holding up his funding.
Here's the thing. As you know, members of your own party, voters, are not satisfied with the stand that Democrats are putting up. It's in the polling numbers. There is a potential shutdown coming here, and there's a debate within the party as to whether perhaps that's a pressure point. And while shutdowns hurt a lot of people, that Democrats should go that far here. I wonder, what do you think Democrats should do? Should they provide the votes to get the funding across the finish line or shut down the government?
I think we have to do what's in the best interest of the American people. At this point, I think the best interests of the American people are served by a negotiation of what has to happen for the people to be served. Right now, for instance, as one example, the tax credits under Obamacare that enable millions of people to be able to buy health insurance are about to expire. Republicans have made absolutely zero attempt to extend those tax credits, meaning that for millions of people, their health insurance premiums are possibly going to triple, and for many others are going to go up substantially. That's unacceptable, especially at a time when they're already, through the large lousy law, or what they call the big beautiful bill, are going to strip 17 million people of their health insurance to begin with. And so that's kind of one of those basic issues that people care about. Should they have health care insurance or not?
Aren't you kind of playing by yesterday's rules here? Have you had a good faith legislative negotiation with Republicans in recent weeks, months, years?
Sure. But I think that on this particular issue, we have not. All that being said, Senate Democrats have leverage. Unlike in the House, in the Senate, they have the filibuster. So in other words, for anything to pass on this particular issue, yep, Republicans are going to require at least 7 Democrats to join them. If
well,
not
that's what
8,
I'm asking. Do you believe your Democrats? Do you believe your Democratic colleagues in the other chamber should not provide those votes until they get more? And I don't see any other options until you win back the House, if you win back the House or the Senate.
I think they need to get concessions. We need to get concessions specifically on health care, because that is perhaps the most fundamental issue that my constituents call me about. And I think that people are up in arms about their health insurance premiums already going up, and to see them tripling would be just outrageous.
Yeah. Trump, as you know, has long claimed that conservatives are the victims of censorship. And Trump's not alone, many of his allies. And now, of course, you hear quite a different voice from him and from others. What would you say to them now in this moment as you see multiple media companies silence voices, right, when they are found distasteful by this president?
We haven't seen anything like this in at least my recent memory. In my decade in Congress, I have not seen the federal government behave in this particular way. And look, I think at the end of the day, we're basically going to have to decide, what kind of a government do we want? Do we want a government that basically, exercises coercive powers to censor people based on their viewpoints? If so, we Democrats have to hold them accountable. And to me, that starts with the power of the purse, among other things.
Congressman Raja Krishnamoorthi, as always, thanks so much for joining the show.